Hey guys, I was working on a zip tie holder that has a bottom drawer in it. I just wanted to show you guys kind of in detail how I built the drawer in place. Real quick, down and dirty, simple. It's kind of an unconventional way. Take a look. Okay, so here's the idea. I got my back piece, and it's not necessarily traditional drawer construction because the back piece actually goes full width. And then it's just shy of this, I guess we'll call it a bottom piece that keeps the zip ties from going through the bottom. But all I'm going to do, like an airtight fit almost, plop that down, make sure it's just sitting all the way down, and somewhat center it. There is a little bit of wiggle room, so I'm going to somewhat center it. Then I have my left and right pieces cut to size, and essentially they're going to get dropped in. And I'm going to just lightly push them to the outside, just so it'll be a nice friction fit. This has worked in the past, but there's a little bit of a learning curve. So, I already have all my pieces, like I said, cut to size. I'm actually, when I put the CA glue on, wanting to just somewhat get the... Oop. I grabbed the wrong viscosity. That might be my problem. Alright. This is thick. I don't like quite going with the gel, but the CA glue is just going to be the inside, because if it squishes out, it's going to glue itself to the side. We don't want to do that. Shoot a little bit of activator. Perfect. It's loose yet. I'm just lifting up and down, and the bottom is actually coming with it. So now with the right, and I wrote on here right so that I know that it should be this way, for, just by chance. Same thing. Going to go just to the inside. And not overdo it. This is just tacking it, essentially. Just kind of a cool way to build a non-structural door so that it's kind of, or drawer, I'm sorry. I mean, it's not holding a bunch of weight. But we'll give that glue just a hair longer to do its thing. And here is the idea. You should be able to lift it out, and like I said, it is actually quite a tight fit. So, just to reinforce those joints, I'm going to put a little bit more of the CA in that corner. I'm going to have to pull this out a little bit harder than I anticipated. And I don't want it to break off. Cool. So now, perfectly aligned and all that. And like I said, it's so much of a friction fit that it'll just require just a hair of sanding. But I'll come back to that in a second. I'm actually going to put this back in there. And now I'm going to try and glue on my front, which actually my front right now might be a hair oversized, because that's how I left it, just so that I had a decent reveal. So top and bottom, it's pretty good. It's like a friction fit, but I'm going to cut just about a ½ inch here. And let me get a marking knife. Cut about a ½ inch off its length. Just make a real small witness mark. Alright. Have to move this stuff out of the way. It's the only bad thing about sharing an assembly table as an outfeed table, but you make do with what you got. Alright, let's see if it... Oh, she's even tighter than I thought. Well, you know what? It's going to get out of hand playing here and zip off just a hair. Isn't completely straight is what I'm running into as a problem here. We're a hair long too, so let me... Shut the door, bud. I'll be in a bit.
Okay.
Alright. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, that's looking pretty good. Take a hair off on this one. Might seem like a fair amount of work for shop furniture, but shop furniture to me. Alright, I don't want to push it in all the way because I probably won't be able to get it back out. So, let's go ahead and get some tape. But anyways, what I was saying is shop furniture is a good way to practice. So a lot of people say, wow, you put that much time and effort into shop furniture. I prefer the look. I really just, you know, if I got to be around it in a shop, staring at it, it might as well look the way I want it. But B, like I said, it's a lot of good practice. So now I just created a couple little tape tabs so that when I get it in like I just did, then I can actually pull it back out. So, same thing. Now we know that that guy fits. And you know what? We could... I don't want to change it too much. With this hardboard does flex. It's not a perfect world situation. So, just on the inside of these sides, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the activator right on the other piece. And we kind of got like a one and done here, so plop her in place and give her a good press. And I don't know, give it 2-3 seconds to just kind of set up, do its thing. And with all luck, we have the beginnings of our nicely toleranced drawer. Nicely sized drawer. Like I said, a little sanding on this back. In fact, let me just grab some sandpaper and see if I can... Well, before I go much further on that, let me add a little bit more CA glue. To the drawer front, because we spent so much time getting this size just how we want it. I'd hate for one of these joints to break apart because it only has a little bit of glue on it. Alright, let me take a look here. Right on that side. And that's about probably all it needs. Oh yeah. So, hopefully you can see that, but no, I mean I'll put a drawer pull on here in a second, but And then we just got to finish the bottom. Bottom's super simple. I'm just going to cut a piece to fit in this opening and CA glue it in, and I'll actually pop it up just a hair, so there'll be a small shadow line or reveal on there, and that'll give me a spot to even put more CA. And yeah, but there we have our, do I have my drawer upside down or what? Oh, there we go. Perfect. All right, now let's see here. Okay, now I got the bottom piece cut, and it's pretty much a friction fit. You don't want to have to be able to completely jam slam it in there. Actually, I had it going this way. Not that that should make a difference. You don't want to have to be able to like really have to pound it in there by any means, because we have such a tight fitting drawer that could cause it to bow this drawer, which now I pushed it down so there's a little bit of a reveal. I would say about an 1/8 inch. I just want to double check to make sure I'm not too tight of a friction fit. So, there. Not bad at all. So I'm just gonna put just like 4 dabs of, well, here, I'm gonna make all the glue. Let's see here, let's go with the medium. That way the medium can kind of soak in there a little bit. And there. A little bit of activator. Yeah. You can see some of it even soaked all the way up into the line. That's good. We'll throw a little bit more activator. Just because I don't want this thing to be tacky up. I don't want this thing to be wet yet from the CA. But there you go. Nice little form-fitting drawer for the bottom of this organizer. And you know what, for what I'm going to put in here, there's no sense making a groove and getting all exact on the measurements. I mean, we're talking 1/4 inch MDF. I'm going to be putting some electrical tape in here and some zip tie mounting plates. So now I'll just come up with a handle or a knob. We should be all set. Well, there you go. Like I said, I just got to add a simple drawer pull, but I wanted to show you guys in detail. In the finished video of this project, I was really just going to completely fast forward through all this, and I kind of wanted to share it with you guys. I've done this a few times with different shop projects. Definitely not something you want for heavy duty drawers, but this is, you know, it's going to be light duty use, and it's just kind of a cool way of doing it. So I didn't want to fast forward through it. I thought me talking about it in the video was, you know, there's some beneficial information just to kind of see how I did it. Let me know in the comments section what you guys thought of this style video. It was kind of my first time like just directly talking to the camera while I was working, and I really enjoyed it, and hopefully you guys did too, and hopefully you guys got some good information out of it, or at least picked up a tip or a trick. All right, well, if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video.